If you've checked your Ferris email lately, you may have received a survey regarding the renovation of the Rankin Center, Ferris' Student Center. The survey asked questions to students about what they liked about the current Rankin Center, what they didn't like about the current center, and what they would like to see in a new one.
My role currently in the Rankin renovation is being a part of the Rankin Center, or the University Center Visioning team. There's a team consisting of students, faculty, and staff, and I'm part of that committee.
Schulke says the prompting of the renovation of the Student Center is for recruitment and retention of current and future students.
You know, as students are looking at institutions and trying to figure out where they want to go, there's facilities outside of the academic facilities that attract students to a campus, and a lot of our other institutions in Michigan are remodeling their student centers and are a little bit ahead of us in that ball game, and we're just trying to catch up with them.
A total of 1,409 people took the survey. 79% of those were students, 18% was faculty, and 3% was the community.
People really don't think about the Rankin Center. It's not really part of their lives. I mean, whereas the flight library, you're always going to the library to research, to meet up with your groups. No one really comes to the Rankin Center to meet up with their student groups.
Back in 1987, when we remodeled this place, we put in a typing lab. So, you know, it tells you how old the facility is, and you know, it's not really meeting the needs of our current students.
Along with the survey, a total of 7 focus groups were conducted. 5 of those included students, and 2 were faculty and community members. Everyone in the groups agreed that Rankin Center was underutilized, dark, and outdated. They also said it had a confusing layout, had limited options, and very limited parking.
It's a good building, but at times if you're new to this building, a lot of people get confused about where certain things are, because we get a lot of people coming out to the bookstore asking where certain things are because they can't find it. So yeah.
It's hard to navigate. I'm new here, so I have a hard time navigating the halls. I get lost really easily.
I think the layout of the Rankin is kind of shaky. It's really hard to tell someone to go from the bookstore to the dome room. It's really hard to give directions. It's really hard to say, oh, you have to go through this little corner and then make a right and then go through the double doors, and it's just really, it's kind of a maze to get through the Rankin. So.
Other students mentioned that they only come here for Westview and the student bookstore.
I think for the most part, students use the bookstore and Westview, and that's about the extent that they use the building for, unless they have to come here for meetings. Obviously, you'd prefer to use maybe the updated flight instead, just because of the fact that it has been newly designed, and so I do feel like it's somewhat avoided.
I guess I wouldn't really see a need to come here, especially now that I don't have a meal plan and wouldn't go to Westview. I don't really see any need to come here besides for meetings and stuff.
I just come here for Westview and the pre-farm meeting.
I don't really come here other than the food, so I don't really know what else is around here.
According to the survey, students wanted to have a food court that everybody could use, as opposed to students that only have a meal plan. They also wanted to keep the bookstore, have a coffee shop, and a convenience store.
To the Rankin Center or the Student Center, 1 is bookstore, number 2 is food, and we only have a traditional dining and Quiznos in here, and they're looking for more of a food court atmosphere, coffee house, those types of things.
The Rankin Center Lounge has pool tables, couches, and computers that are open to all students. However, survey takers feel that all of this needs a major update.
The lounge it's not really appealing. I mean, they have the little office where you can get a couple snacks and popcorn and chips, which is really nice, especially if you don't have time to go grab lunch. So I really like that. I think they should keep that, especially for students who want to grab a bite to eat. But I think they could do more with having a couple more computers, having an area that's not really closed off, more open for a lot of students to come and work and maybe get some homework done.
That definitely needs a little help with it. It's a lot of the furniture there is pretty old, the pool tables and things like that. I feel like it needs to be more open. A lot of times when you go there, you see the lights are dim and everything like that, so it definitely needs some help there.
As far as the social aspect of the lounge, survey takers would like to see things like a movie theater or auditorium, a 24-hour computer lab, and larger TVs.
It's alright. I think it's cool. It has ping pong tables and pool tables and everything, but I mean, I guess it's a little boring. I never really have the urge to come here and do homework or hang out at all.
If a new Rankin Center is going to be built, the question of opening it up to the community has already been brought up. Facilities like the Recreation Center and the Rock Cafe are 2 places on campus open to the public, and there have been complaints in the past about the overcrowding of the community in those establishments.
Well, I think anytime you remodel a facility and you put in the types of things that we're going to put in here, that community members are going to also utilize the center, but I think it's mainly for our students. It's going to be a university center, so you're going to have the mingling of the community with the students.
I kind of will steer away from that, just because you kind of want this to be the center of the campus, and it needs to be more centered towards Ferris State students and faculty. I don't mind, having the community come out, because it's good for our store too if we have a lot of people from the community here. But I feel like it needs to be more centered towards Ferris State students and faculty.
I don't think the student center should be open to the public. It might sound a little harsh, but it's really a student center. It's for people who go to Ferris State University. It's not for someone's kids to run around and play pool. It's for people to come, relax, do their homework, maybe have a place to hang out besides their dorm rooms. So if it was open to the community, I just think it would cause a lot of unneeded traffic, especially for students who are trying to study and get things accomplished.
I think it might be a good idea, but like the Rock, it might be pretty crowded. And that might get annoying to some students.
Hopefully they can commingle together, and that won't be an issue here.
But the big question on everyone's mind is, if the Rankin Center is redone, how much is it going to cost the students?
At this point, we're only in the visioning process. We don't even know what a new or remodeled Rankin Center is going to look like, so there's no dollar figure being thrown around out there at this point.
There is no plans being drawn up, and it's not even for sure that this company would be the group that would build the plans for the Rankin. Right now, they're just kind of getting students' opinions and forming them together for the committee to look over it.
I mean, I feel about the Rankin, it definitely needs renovation. I'm excited about it, just from the little buzz I heard about it. So it should be a great thing for the school.
I think if Rankin's going to redo the whole building, they should really start from scratch. They shouldn't have anything that's the same, maybe a couple of things. But, I mean, if they really want to redo the building, they should really make it a dramatic change. Just the whole layout from where the bookstore is located to where Westview is located to where these offices are. I mean, we have so much space in the Rankin building, and not a lot of it really gets used unless there's actually something going on. So if they want more students in the student center, then they should have something that appeals to students.
I think it'll be a great addition to the campus and definitely entice students into coming here.
We're looking forward to moving forward with the visioning and hopefully the renovation or the new construction of the university center.
Who knows? Maybe in a few years we'll have a new Rankin Center that all students will enjoy. This is Sam Banky with Ferris State PR.